Okay, hello, my friends. So, I don't post on this channel very often, but I do want to talk about like my journey or whatever. So basically, I was doing carnivore diet, and I did that for. Let's see, I started around October, and I kind of just got out of it now. I can look at the exact date. 8/20. Oh wait. So October 6th is when I got on like pretty serious carnivore. Um, and then for the month of December, I did like beef, salt, and water for 3 weeks, and that left me feeling like absolutely no energy, pretty terrible, no energy, and also depressed. So it's like you get energy from food, and if you're in like ketosis, you're getting energy from fat, and if you're not, you're getting it from like carbs and fat, I think. But regardless, I was just pushing through it because I had the hope that it would cure my depression, but it did not. I do want to say that being in keto is better than not being in keto for depression, but ultimately, it did not cure it. Um, so what's what's to be said about that is I think I'm going to give myself a diet break and then I'm going to go back on it. I'm already like kind of getting back into it because um, well, if you're depressed, you kind of just want to try anything. So I've been on a break from it. I've been eating a lot of junk food. I don't feel like significantly worse, which is the interesting thing. I'm not eating a bunch of carbs, so I don't think I'm like um, crushing my ketosis state, which is probably keeping my energy levels fairly high. But I have had moments of like feeling how I felt before I changed my diet, of just like the worst kinds of depression. Um, So I've definitely been back into that mode a bit. Just the old familiar feelings, which they suck, but with those familiar feelings comes motivation to change. So I'm going to try ketamine again. When I think back to why I quit in the first place, so I did one session maybe like 2 months ago, and I quit because of a few reasons. One is that I'm very motion sick and I threw up after. That was definitely not a fun experience. Two, um, I felt, it's my impression that most people who have benefits from ketamine get it immediately, and you'll know usually within the first treatment that, your depression's going to be better. Mine was not. It was completely unchanged. I just like tripped my balls off and it was like not fun. Like I felt good, but I don't enjoy tripping. Like that was not fun. It was just like kind of stressful, and it wasn't like healing for me at all. Like no part of me felt like I needed to go on this trip. Like if you have a lot of like mental congestion and like things you haven't sorted out, I feel like it's good for you, but I didn't feel like that was a problem for me. And I remember just being totally honest with myself while I was tripping and just being like, are there any stones left unturned that I need to analyze while I'm in this state of like peace and dissociation from my life. Um, and there was just nothing. I didn't feel like I was lying to myself about anything, so I didn't feel like there was much to gain from it. But I've thought about things differently now, so now that I'm reconsidering it, I'm thinking about different theories, and my current theory is, it makes sense. So I'll just tell it to you. So basically, I've tried several different substances in my past. I'll just name a few: kratom, testosterone replacement therapy, um, creatine, Wellbutrin. So I've tried many things in the past that like as soon as I try them, I feel like way better, more energetic, less lethargic. Caffeine, but eventually all of these effects wear off, and then it just like stops working. Um, was my train of thought there? So I guess what I'm saying is like I have had inexplicable changes in my life from substances when I wasn't expecting them. And the reason it's important is because, for example, when you take testosterone, you're not supposed to see changes in your life for about like 2 weeks because it's like a slow acting I don't know if molecule is the right word, but slow acting phenomenon. It takes a while for your body to get acclimated to it, but something like changed in my brain that I was not expecting. And so the reason I bring all of this up and why I say like all of these things affected me was because um, just because I don't think ketamine is going to work for me because I have all of these like rationalizations doesn't mean that I'm right because again, talking about let's just use testosterone for example. I did not think it would change how I thought, but for a solid like 3 days after I took testosterone, I felt like amazing. My depression was like totally lifted. Um, so anyway, what I'm saying is just because I didn't think ketamine was going to like continue to benefit me. I might as well give myself the full treatment and see if it works and be optimistic about it, and at least I can try. And then I guess if it doesn't, then it's on to the next thing. But just because I don't think it's going to work doesn't mean that I'm right. So I'm going to do at least a few consecutive sessions. I'm probably just going to do 5 because I've already done one. So that is the plan. Um, and then I guess from there I can try like TMS. Um, oh, it's also worth noting that I'm like I said I'm already back on carnivore, and I'm I guess one more piece of information worth talking about regarding carnivore is that Michaela Peterson um, talked about her experience like coaching people, and she said it can take some people up to 5 months, but she's seen an absolutely phenomenal success rate um, with mood disorders. So, part of me wishes I didn't stop in the first place. If I could just go back in time the last like 2 weeks and not mess up my diet, I probably would. But I am where I am, so I'll probably. Also, it's worth noting I probably didn't damage myself significantly because I haven't been just like eating a bunch of carbs and like non-animal foods. I'm still eating mostly animal foods, but I'm just eating like peanut butter and like dark chocolate and like cream cheese, these like keto balls. And I'm pretty sure all of that chocolate like knocked me out of ketosis. But that aside, it's not like I'm eating rice every day and like um, I don't know, pasta and stuff that like is traditionally considered like bad for you if you kind of subscribe to this like carnivore mindset. So given that, I'm still gonna give it like a full 5 months and keep digging where I can dig. Um, it also reminds me that I wanted to. Just gonna make a note really fast. Try some different supplements. There's this one guy I've seen. His name's Brett Dallas, I think. Who talked about like lion's mane among other um, supplements that helped with his depression. So I'm gonna try that, and I'm gonna be like full back into keto soon, and I'm also doing ketamine. So those are just like some updates. I think that the main point of this video that I wanted to do was to talk about, and I do regret saying this so late in the video, but better late than never, I suppose. In my research around ketamine treatment for depression, it's like I said, I did say this earlier. It seems like everyone has had most of their success within the first treatment. They already feel a difference, but I do want this to be on the internet. I want this to be available to people to say like, okay, well, I did not see benefits the first time, but maybe I will on the third, fourth, fifth treatment, or maybe I never will. And this is just going to be another piece of evidence for whoever comes across it. So um, hopefully this helps some people. Have a great day.